Today, I will share our monthly cost to retire in Athens, Greece, including rent, groceries, utilities, internet, cell phone, restaurants, drinking water, laundry, and transportation if the two of us retired here on a tight budget. On this leg of our Retire Cheap in Europe tour, we took the bus from Kalamata, Greece, to Athens. Some of you enjoyed learning about Kalamata, a small beach town on the southern coast of Greece, but you were curious what a larger town would cost with more nightlife, arts, and entertainment. I will show you the video we took with our feet on the ground in Athens, Greece, as I share what I learned about retiring cheap here. The truth is, some of us want to retire in a smaller or mid-sized, intimate town and visit large cultural meccas only on holidays and not every time. But other retirees want to live in a cultural mecca and only head to the beach on holidays. Luckily, the world has something for everyone. I left the United States in 2007, and I've lived in or visited 73 countries in my life so far, and I have retirement reports on the best beaches and cultural meccas all over the world. But today, we are talking about Athens, Greece. After my itemized list of estimated costs in Athens, I will share what I learned about healthcare, food, real estate, things to do, social considerations, retirement visas, walkability, weather, internet speeds, and expat considerations. Okay, estimated cost to retire in Athens, Greece. Rents. Today, I found this furnished one-bedroom apartment in Athens advertised online for 650 euros, which is $705 per month. The ad shows that it is located in the central area of Athens, which is walkable from the best restaurants, nightlife, museums, and art galleries with buses and subways that will take you all over the city. If you rented for a short term on Airbnb, it would be much more expensive. A larger apartment could easily cost twice as much per month, so I'll estimate $1,300 US per month or more depending upon area and size for the middle range estimate I'm about to give you. Here's the process we use to find great apartments. So we'll show you a table of all estimated expenses in a moment. We'll use $705 US per month for our lower rent estimate and $1,300 per month for the middle cost of living estimate for expats who might want more space. But remember, you could easily save 30% on rents by living further outside the city and just ride the subway into the city center for cultural exploration. Okay, utilities. For the apartment above, we estimate the year-round average utilities for us would be about $90 US per month. The utilities would cost more for the larger space, starting at around $140 US per month. Groceries. We would shop in the farmer's market for fresh fruits and vegetables and other things like shampoo and detergents in the grocery stores. We estimate about $448 US per month for groceries. Other expats are likely to spend more on imported groceries they miss from home, spending around $650 per month or more on groceries since many do not go to the farmer's market as often. Restaurants. We would eat out twice per week, mostly in more local-style restaurants, averaging $7 to $10 US per meal per person, and one or two splurges per month of $10 to $15 US per meal per person. If you add all that up, we would spend around $270 per month for the two of us. We may have a beer here and there, but that is covered below in alcohol. Other expats are likely to eat in more expensive expat-style restaurants and less in local-style restaurants, so they would likely spend more like $380 per month for two people in restaurants. It is lifestyle dependent. Okay, cell phone data. The cheapest prepaid Vodafone SIM cards are about $30 US for 30 days, including unlimited data. My Android phone will act as a hotspot so we can both be on the internet when we're out of the house together. Other retired expat couples are likely to buy 2 prepaid SIM cards, so they would need about $60 per month. Laundry. The apartments all seem to have clothes washing machines. The above grocery estimate includes laundry detergent. So 0 for laundry. Drinking water. We read online that water's clean here and many people drink water from the tap, but we'd be a little more careful. We didn't see reverse osmosis delivery in 20-liter jugs here, so we'd probably get a Brita water filter. The filter refills would be about $5 per month. Internet. I found in-home Wi-Fi online for about $31 per month for 100 megabits per second fiber. Public transportation. We took an Uber taxi for 11.80 euros to and from the bus station to our accommodation since we had our luggage with us. The public transportation, buses and subways cost 1.2 euros per person or $1.30 US for 90 minutes. Our accommodations in Central were walkable to everything else, but the city is spread out and there are places we'd want to go that are not walkable. So we estimate about $60 per month for transportation. Other expats might walk less and spend more on taxis and less on public transportation, so I estimate $120 per month for them. Alcohol, which is optional of course. Domestic beers in grocery stores in Athens start at about 0.64 euros or about 70 US cents for 330 ml, which is the same size as a standard size beer in the USA. In bars and restaurants, the half-liter draft domestic beers run from about 4 to 6 euros. So we estimate about $140 US per month on alcohol for the two of us. Many other expats would spend more for imported, foreign, or craft beers in stores and restaurants, so we estimate about $260 US per month for 2 people, assuming they're not into imported whiskey or wine. Okay, entertainment, which is also optional. We would budget about $240 per month for entertainment for the two of us. We enjoy doing more do-it-yourself kinds of entertainment, so we estimate other expats would spend a little more, maybe $360 per month for the two of them. Okay, estimated costs to retire in Athens, Greece. Let's add it all up. Okay, for the lower estimate, rent $605, utilities $90 US, groceries $448 US, restaurants $270, cell data $30, drinking water $5, internet $31, transportation $60. So for the basic cost of living would be $1,539 per month US. If you add optional alcohol of $140, you'd be at $1,679. Add optional entertainment of $240 US, you'd be at optional total of $1,919 US per month. Okay, let's add up the middle now. With the higher rents, the higher utilities, the higher groceries and restaurants, add it all up, the basic cost would be $2,686 per month US. If you add the optional alcohol and the optional entertainment, you'd be at $3,306 per month to live in Athens, Greece, for your middle range estimate. I gathered this data with my feet on the ground in Greece in September of 2024. The above lower cost estimate would be for the two of us living on a tight budget. I would estimate that 80 to 90% of the overseas retirees will spend significantly more than our above lower estimated budget. This is often because they do not need to live on so little, because many have significantly more retirement resources available. So the middle estimate is just another example of what other expats might spend for these expenses if they moved here. To understand what it would cost you to live here, you must put your feet on the ground, see what you would choose to rent, eat, drink, and how you would entertain yourself, and add it all up. It doesn't matter what anyone else spends because we are all different. Okay, Athens, Greece. retirement desirability factors. I will now share what I learned about Greece: retirement visas, healthcare, walkability, internet, food, weather, things to do, social considerations, safety, expat communities, and real estate, and then assign an overall retirement desirability score for Athens. Okay, walkability. I would say high. We walked almost everywhere in Athens and only took the bus to the Lidl grocery store. We found almost all of our daily needs within a 30-minute walk from our accommodations. So we would not need a car if we lived here. Avoiding the expense of a car would be highly desirable to us. The key is finding an area that you like where 80 to 90% of your daily needs are within walking distance. But Athens has a great transportation system when you do need to go across town. Internet, I would say high. The Wi-Fi in our Airbnb had about... If you like my free ebook about how I fired my boss and traveled the world for 17 years and how I pay for things, come to Vagabond Buddha and grab the free ebook. Internet, I would say high. The Wi-Fi in our Airbnb had about 28 megabits per second down and 22 megabits per second upload speeds. But we read online we could get in-home Wi-Fi for $31 US per month for 100 megabits per second fiber. Okay, food, I would say high. There's a farmer's market about a 19-minute walk from our apartment. For fresh fruits and vegetables and meats, we would shop in the farmer's market. For other special foods and imports, we would go to our favorite discount supermarket once a week or so called Lidl or Lidl. Links to all this information and much more are at the first link and the first comment below this video. Subscribe and ring the bell now if you'd like to be notified when we report on the best retirement destinations around the world. Okay, weather, I would say high. The coldest month in Athens is in January with an average daily high of just 56 Fahrenheit, which is 13 Celsius, and an average daily low of 44 Fahrenheit or 7 Celsius. The hottest month in Athens is July with an average daily high of 91 Fahrenheit, which is 33 Celsius, and a nightly low of 74 Fahrenheit, which is 23 Celsius. The best time to visit Athens is May through September. Athens receives light snowfall once every 4 years on average. Things to do. High. Athens is an ancient cultural mecca rivaled only by cities like Rome, Paris, London, Kyoto, Istanbul, Madrid, Beijing, and New Delhi. Athens has 69 museums with art, history, music, technology, costumes, and more archaeological museums than anywhere in the world. There is a symphony, live theater, musicals, orchestra, and concert halls. There are over 20 art galleries and organized gallery walks, both edgy, contemporary, and classical. There is an endless array of things to do for cultural explorers and a nightlife that would leave almost nobody wanting. You could wander into the Plaka neighborhood any day of the year and enjoy the best food, the best people watching, and the best nightlife in the world. Annual events in Athens include the Athens Marathon, Athens Marathon International Film Festival, the Latinx Fest, celebrating Latin culture of the Americas, the Olympus Festival of Music and Theater, Athens City Festival, Art Athena Summer Nostos Festival, Athens Digital Arts Festival, and the Pliskin Music Festival, and 12 more festivals you can read more about at this link. Social considerations, I would say high. The official language spoken in Greece is Greek, but we were surprised how many people spoke English. In fact, people would just look at us and start speaking English. So you wouldn't have to worry too much about the language barrier until you get outside of the central areas. Okay, safety considerations. I would say high. Greece was ranked 40th safest country in the world, 92 countries safer than the USA. When I last checked, the US State Department webpage published a level 1 risk for Greece, exercise normal precaution in Greece. You can also review my report, how to travel the world safely, which is how I have remained safe traveling the world for 17 years. We went out walking and drinking late in the evening in and around the 𝗏 neighborhood in Athens and never felt a hint of trouble. Okay, expat community, I would say hi. Greece has been a full member of NATO since 1952 and a member of the EU since 1981. According to online sources, about 8% of the entire population living in Greece holds foreign passports, so it is fairly easy to adjust to life overseas here. Here are Facebook groups that cater to English-speaking expats living in Athens and other parts of Greece. These are great for learning all about things that expats want to learn when they first move overseas. Make sure to search for previous questions asked and answered recently before posting any new questions to these groups. Okay, medical, I would say medium. The Healthcare International Comparison Index ranks Greece 41st in the world, 28 spots better than the United States, which ranks 69th. There are different ways healthcare is rated, but this one seems to be considering quality of care in relation to what the patients are charged. If you decide to move here, make sure to ask around for referrals and establish relationships with doctors for your special needs based on the feedback you've gotten from others who have used their services. The above expat Facebook pages may be a good source for that sort of information. Okay, tourist visa. Hi. European citizens can live and work in Greece. Citizens of many other countries can presently visit Greece as a tourist for 90 days without obtaining a visa. As soon as 2025, visiting tourists will be expected to obtain a simple travel authorization before boarding flights to Europe. Read our link about that before booking your flight to see if that has been implemented yet, and to make sure whether or not your country needs a visa. Some countries do need a visa to visit as a tourist. Okay, retire in Greece. According to various sources online, foreigners can retire and move to Greece with formalities such as proof of pension or other sources of income of 2,000 euros, which is about 2,200 US per month, add 20% for a spouse, or put 40,000 euros or 44,000 USD in savings if you have no proof of pension. That visa can be renewed every 2 years if the financial conditions remain the same. The retirement visa does not allow work permits, and you must have proof of health insurance, a clean police record, and a certificate of health and a valid passports. Requirements change from time to time. Rather than promoting any particular service I read about online, I would request referral to a lawyer on one of the expat Facebook pages I shared above. I would ask expats for an immigration lawyer who they have already personally used successfully to get their residence permit for Greece. I would not pay someone to help me get residency until I have confirmation from an expat that used their services to successfully gain residency. Okay, real estate. I would say hi. When I read about it today, foreigners are allowed to purchase real estate in Greece. If you buy a property worth 400,000 euros, which is 436,000 USD, you may be able to use that as an alternative way to obtain residency despite your age. But you do not need to buy real estate if you qualify for the Greek retirement visa previously discussed. Today, I saw this 2-bedroom unfurnished apartment for sale for 90,000 euros or 98,000 USD. But if you're willing to live further outside the walkable city center, you may be able to find an apartment for much less. However, I would not buy real estate in a foreign country until I'd lived there for an extended period of time, making sure I loved it after the honeymoon period. I would also hire a lawyer who has no conflict of interest with me. Do not use a lawyer recommended by your real estate broker or your local lover. I would seek a referral from an expat who's used that lawyer's services to successfully buy real estate in Greece. Okay, Athens, Greece, retirement desirability score. I would say hi. Athens is an amazing city with endless things to do and ways to entertain yourself. One of the things we enjoyed most was just walking around while people watching, trying out new restaurants, and enjoying the Plaka neighborhood at night. For cultural explorers that love city life, it would easily be in the running for top consideration. If you're thinking of living city life as a cultural explorer in Europe with a reasonable cost of living, consider site visits comparing Athens with Rome, Madrid, and Lisbon. Depending on your lifestyle and neighborhood choice, Athens seems to be a bit cheaper and has slightly warmer weather. What would it cost you to live in Athens? You should add anything to the table that you spend money on in your home country that's not listed in the table. Presumably, you find those things necessary in life. To do that, visit the Numbeo of Athens, link provided, and add anything not mentioned in the above table. But most importantly, never move anywhere until you have visited first personally to verify the living costs for your lifestyle and needs. I'm not guaranteeing these prices. These are just my notes and estimates from the time of my visit and this post. Your costs will likely be drastically different depending on your lifestyle and the time since this post. Finally, if you're going to try to retire cheap offshore, make sure to read my report, The 2 Biggest Risks of Retiring Early for Cheap Offshore, which explains why you should have emergency funds available for unexpected large expenses. Link provided for that report. If you're an expat living overseas anywhere in the world and you'd like to share your cost of living on this channel, please email me at vagabondbuddha.com/contact. I will probably invite you to share your story on this channel. To watch over 100 expats share what it is like to retire overseas, watch my guest stars playlists in the upper right-hand corner of your screen right now.